Today I fucked up by finding out my wife was cheating and ruining my own soul while destroying her life. I used to believe I was a good man. Not perfect, but decent, loyal, predictable. The kind of man who thought betrayal happened to other people. I'm 37M. My wife is 35F. We were married for 9 years. 2 kids. A house. A shared future I genuinely believed in. The first crack wasn't rage. It was confusion. She started dressing differently. Not better. Just differently. Her phone stopped leaving her hand. Bathroom trips took longer. She laughed quietly at messages she wouldn't explain. I asked once. She said I was imagining things. So I apologized. That was my first mistake. The discovery didn't happen dramatically. No screaming. No cinematic reveal. It happened on a Tuesday. Her work laptop was open. She was in the shower. A notification popped up. A name I didn't recognize. Followed by a sentence no coworker should ever send. I sat there longer than I should have. Reading. Scrolling. Learning. She wasn't just cheating. She was careless. Married men. Coworkers. Clients. People who knew she had a husband and kids. And worse than the sex was how she talked about me. Safe. Predictable. Good dad, boring husband. I felt myself disappear. When she came out of the bathroom and saw me holding the laptop, she froze. Not fear. Calculation. She cried later. Apologized later. Blamed stress later. But in that moment I saw her clearly, and something in me shut off. I told her I forgave her. That was my second mistake. Or maybe my most useful lie. I didn't forgive her. I studied her. I watched her routines, her habits, her career she was so proud of. She worked hard for that job. Built a reputation. Loved being admired. I stayed quiet. Helpful. Supportive. The perfect husband. Inside, something darker was growing. I didn't want her to hurt. I wanted her to unravel. Slowly. I didn't confront her again. I let her believe she'd gotten away with it. She grew bold. Careless. Confident. That's when I started letting the truth surface. Not loudly. Not directly. Just enough. A conversation overheard. An email forwarded. A question asked at the wrong time. I never accused. I let patterns speak. People started noticing. Whispers at work. Awkward pauses. Meetings she wasn't invited to anymore. She came home angry. Confused. Paranoid. I listened. I nodded. I stayed calm. She didn't know I already had copies of everything. Every message. Every photo. Every timestamp. I didn't use them as weapons. I let her own choices do that. Her reputation cracked. Then split. Projects reassigned. Clients pulled. Promotions quietly canceled. She came home one night shaking, saying people were turning on her. I held her while she cried. That's the part that still haunts me. Eventually, the job disappeared. Restructuring. Policy violations. Nothing dramatic. Just gone. Then I filed for divorce. I didn't scream. Didn't accuse. I laid everything out calmly. Methodically. Infidelity. Evidence. Documentation. She cried. She begged. She threatened. None of it worked. The settlement was brutal. Not because I demanded revenge, but because facts don't care about feelings. She walked away with almost nothing. No career. No leverage. No story she could twist. Our kids live with me. She tells people I destroyed her life. She's not wrong. But she forgets one thing. She handed me the match. TIFU, because I thought forgiveness was strength. Because I learned too late that love without boundaries turns you into prey. I won. But sometimes, late at night, I wonder what it cost me to become the kind of man who could do this. TLDR, I discovered my wife was cheating, pretended to forgive her, quietly let her own actions destroy her career and reputation, then divorced her using documented evidence, leaving her with nothing, and realized revenge changes you too.